the schedule, when I looked at it for Texas, as you mentioned it, the types of games that they have right here over the next couple of weeks. I looked at Florida. Now, that's the one that's going to be the next big test for Arch. And then Florida goes ahead and loses to South Florida, and now we're talking about Billy Napier's gig, right? Like, I'm having trouble trying to assess who's good or really good or national championship worthy outside of Ohio State right now. Paul?
Yeah, that would be a good place to start. But in terms of Florida, they'll be revealed this weekend. They're at Baton Rouge. Not a good place to find yourself after losing to your not even cross-state rival. Florida this year has Florida State and Miami on the schedule. Miami is next week, and they lose to the weakest of the three. I did the calculation on Florida's 12-game schedule. USF is either the 10th or 11th best team on their schedule. So if you're doing the math on where Billy Napier will be next year, he probably won't be at Florida.
You think that's the case? What about Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, Paul?
He's got a little more security for this reason. Napier's buyout is only $20 million. DeBoer's is $68 million. And the only one time has college football ever gone this high. They went 76 3 years ago with Jimbo Fisher, but Rich. Yeah. That was Texas A&M. That's a good day in the oil fields for the. Alabama doesn't have any oil fields proper. They may have some way out in the Gulf, so they really can't afford to get rid of them. But sometimes coaches can make it easier to get rid of you if they keep losing. And DeBoer is really living week to week right now.
So Landman can scratch the check, is what you're saying. Bubba Grump Shrimp is not going to scratch that check for Kalen DeBoer. No, that's what you're saying.
Shrimping is a good business. I love shrimp, but it does not add up to that hundreds of millions of dollars.
I got to tell you, Paul, watching your show and listening to the callers from Alabama, when the Crimson Tide lose in the manner that they lost a couple weeks ago, what goes through your head when some of these callers pour their hearts out and literally like lie on your Paul Finebaum show couch? Paul, what goes through your head for that?
Well, I have empathy because I've been there so many times with them, and it used to be, Rich, and you've done this for a long time, not as long as me, because nobody has done it as long as me.
Nice.
But the point being, it used to be the callers to radio shows were outliers. They were not the mainstream, and people in the industry said, they're just a bunch of kooks. You know, the guy out in Long Island, the guy in Westwood. But what I hear now after an Alabama loss is reality. I mean, these people are representative, and we have a couple who become very well known, and they think a lot about their calls, and they're epic. I try to side with them because to me, they are the people that matter the most, not those who sit in ivory towers.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.